Guys, welcome to another video. I'm going to show you the top 10 anime where the main character seems weak but is actually overpowered. This list will comprise of protagonists that look weak but in fact are really super strong. So before starting the video, if you can leave a like, subscribe to the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, let's start the video. Coming in at number 10 is the anime called Second No Blacksmith, or called The Sacred Blacksmith. This anime is in last place, but isn't really too bad. In fact, it's so good, and well, to put it in family-friendly terms, the anime is truly magnificent. So the protagonist of this anime is a blacksmith who at the same time is a badass swordsman with few feelings and little willingness to help people. And then there's like this demon in this anime, and to tell you the truth, I don't even know if it's a demon or like a dragon or something. The anime doesn't really show what it is. So this demon is like a mystical being who can revive people, but they turn out a little different. They come with powers to turn to a special sword with supernatural abilities. Even today, no one has ever managed to kill this demon because there's only one sword that can hurt him. But the sword has been broken for many years, so the protagonist is trying to create a new sword with the supreme power to kill this dark demon. Also in the anime, there's a girl who wants to sleep with him. Yes, seriously. That girl's the captain of the Kingdom Guards. But it just keeps getting better. The MC becomes a real player and has a lolly that stays with him as well. This lolly is like a mysterious person that you only know if you watch the show, so I really recommend this if you're into that kinky stuff. But all jokes aside, it's a really good anime and you should watch it. Moving on to number 9, we have the Tales of the Abyss. This anime is more focused on the deaths and other things that are more evil. In the world of this anime, our protagonist is a rich man who always lived at the expense of his older brother. The protagonist liked his easy life that was full of wonders. His older brother was also his master. He taught him many different things until one day, a woman came out of nowhere to kill him. After his brother's death, he realized that there was no righteous people or kind people. All that really exists is people wanting money, power, women, and a good life. The MC then joins some guys and starts having a murder spree killing unfair people. This anime is a bit old and is still very unique, but I still give it a 5-star on Yelp, so it's a definite watch. In 8th place is the anime called Dance in the Vampire Bun. In this anime, there's 2 protagonists, male and female. This woman is the ruler of all vampires that exist in the world. She went to the television network to give a testimonial speech and reveal something. She wanted to show the existence of vampires. She thinks vampires have lived in the shadows for too long and that it's time to expose them to the world. When her revelation happened, she wanted to build a temple for all vampires and wanted peace with humans, and even got government support to do this. However, not all humans got a good impression of her. Many speculate that this was a ruse and that she had planned to kill all of humanity. Moving to a brighter subject, the other protagonist, the male lead, did not even believe in vampires, even seeing one right in front of him. This protagonist had a major injury in him that made him lose much of his memory. So, the vampire queen enters his mind, reveals memories of his past, and those memories of him reveal that he's actually a werewolf, born to protect the queen. This anime is really fantastic, has 2 main protagonists, 2 of them, just like the movie Twilight, but is actually way better. In our 7th place on the list is an anime called Hitsuki no Chaka. For 500 years, there was an emperor who took care of a country. This emperor ruled the Empire of Gaz. He was literally a scumbag who did experiments on humans. These experiments of torturing was not a splendid sight to see, and after a few years, 8 badass guys defeated him in the midst of a battle. This emperor was so miserable that every war in the world was his fault. But at last, after he died, the war just simply ended. The protagonist in this anime was a guy who worked in the middle of the war. In fact, the only thing he knows how to do in life is fight and live to survive. After the world entered a stage of peace, the MC ran out of places to go. And now it's even difficult to find a job where he can use his badass fighting skills that he has. But one day, a girl with a backbone hired the protagonist to protect her from the realm. In this box is something to guard the corpse of the emperor for a worthy burial. This anime is a bit confusing at first, and you might run into a lot of empty holes. But once you watch the first episode, it gets a little better and it picks up. Alright, slicing and dicing at number 6, we have the anime called Tsubasa Chronicle. In this anime, the protagonist is a guy who is dating a girl who has the name of Sakura. Sakura is the rather rebellious princess of the castle. And the current king and prince left the protagonist and his father studying in some caves of the kingdom where there were mysterious things. One day, the father disappeared in these caves, and after many years, the princess and the protagonist went to the cave together. Upon the same day, something made Sakura faint, but before she passed out, there appeared some wings on her back and those wings broke. Flying feather to all sides of the universe and different universes too, she needs to gather all the feathers of her wings. I have a confession to make about this anime. In the first episode, I thought I would hate it because he's so fucking cliche, but after a few episodes, I realized that the anime is very good and worth watching, especially because of the ending. Straight to the point, in 5th place, this anime is called Machine Doll. In this anime, the protagonist has a very dark and sad past, but before talking about the protagonist, I need to explain the things that exist in the world of this anime so it won't be too complicated to understand. In this world, there are some people known as dolls. These dolls can be anything: animal, humans, robots, etc. These dolls have several different powers. There are also people who make these dolls. Of all the people who make these dolls, there's this one woman with some big tatas. Sorry, I can't remember her name. This woman is the person who makes the strongest dolls there is. The protagonist's family is an old family that comes from tradition. His family is the only one in the world who knows martial arts and various other types of fighting styles he uses to train every day. So one day, a guy appears in the protagonist's house and kills everyone. His father, his mother, his sister, his cousin, and even the crush of the protagonist. The main character ended up being alone with nobody. He was dying until he found the woman who makes dolls. This woman gave the protagonist the best doll she ever created. But unfortunately, in addition to donating the doll, she also spoke to the person who killed his family. And now the protagonist is full of revenge and wants to kill everyone to have his revenge complete. So, if you never watched this anime, go to your app, go to Crunchyroll, go to Kiss Anime, go to GoGo Anime, and watch it now. In 4th place, I put a well-known anime called Kuroko no Basket. I thought a lot about not putting this anime because it's very well-known, but ended up thinking that it was essential on this list. This anime's whole focus is on basketball, and in this team of middle schoolers were known as the Generation of Miracles. This team was formed by 6 people. Also, the team is very good. They never lost a game in life since the team was created. Each of them have a special trait like better dribbling or better shooting, and after that, the team separated and each went to a different school. The protagonist had a very good ability in basketball, but for his ability to work, he needed someone to complete his plays. And in his new high school, he found a guy who played in American teams. The protagonist and the American have become double, and the American will complete the plays of the protagonist, and now the protagonist will have to play against other members of the Generation of Miracles. Having to face one by one, who will win? Will the protagonist get the national title? Well, find out by watching. Literally slicing in on number 3, we have Rakudai Kishi no Cavalry. This anime seems to have a lot of cliche, but the day I watched this anime, I thought I would hate it, and ended up actually liking it. And on the contrary, I loathed it. The main character was totally rejected by his family because he was very weak. He could not stay strong with his family. So our great protagonist left his house and went to train alone to improve his skills in the way he thinks is right and correct. And so he ended up winning certain skills that surpassed the logic of many other people. And for those who never watched the anime, you only know what skill this is when watching. And for those who already watched the anime, I'll tell you a little thing that will impress you. So, just to clarify, the protagonist only had one person in his family who really liked him, right? And wasn't that the sister? And in 2nd place, I will talk about an anime called The King's Avatar. This anime has a basic story and is simple to explain. The main character has a complex name, and I'll never be able to pronounce it, so I'll call him just the protagonist, as always. The whole story of this anime is focused on an online computer game. This game is totally based on skill, and the protagonist is the most skillful guy in the game. He's the most badass character ever. But one day, the boss of the company that the protagonist had a sponsorship with turned against him. This company wanted to take the character of the game and the social networks, so basically, getting his account, and remove him from the company. Because of this, the protagonist is now without a game account and without a job. So he went out with his best friend and ended up finding a job in a LAN house. And in the LAN house, he decided to create a new account and be the best player of the game again. However, this time, he doesn't just want to be the best. He wants to break all the records that he made with his old account. But seriously though, this anime is very good in several points, and I recommend this to anyone who likes online video games. And coming in 1st place, I put the anime Humaru Sumo. The reason I put this anime is because the way he conquers people, and the way he's like short. He's literally short. And I know it seems very strange and difficult to find good, but if you watch it, if you really watch it and end up liking it, just keep watching it and you go on to the next episode and the next episode after that. So the story is about the protagonist who appears before the weak little sumo club of Adachi High School. The words big and heavy are the rules to this sport, which does not fit this newbie any inch. But this guy goes and does what? The protagonist in the small sumo club climbs its way to the top, and the goal is the title for the highest rank in professional sumo. It seems a little strange to be talking about it, but this anime does deserve number 1. He's very short, very strong, and he conquers a lot of people. Well, this was the video for today. Hope you liked it, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel.